Hello there, Internet. Peace of the Universe here. I have been away for quite some time because I ended up being deathly ill. Well, maybe not deathly, but I had a horrible cough, could barely speak, and frankly, that's just not good for making videos. But I'm back, so here we go. I have learned several things on my sojourn to the stars, that is, while I was away. And what I've learned is that I am Scum, so we're going to do easy for now. And we're doing Marine because he's easy. What I remembered was that back in the days when I used to play Mission Thunderbolt, I would totally save Scum. And that's how I defeated all those bad guys all those times. Is I would go, and anytime anything went badly, I would just restart. And that is not how you play roguelikes. Well, it's not how you're supposed to play roguelikes. It's obviously how I played roguelikes, but you're not supposed to do that. Let's see if I even remember any of the keys. Alright, let's get my mouse off the screen here. So yes, I am total Scum, which is why I am playing on easy, is because clearly I do not have the skills. That should be patently obvious to anyone who's watched the past few episodes, because I have failed miserably every run. I have not yet had a successful run down to level 30, and at this rate I won't. So this is me getting my bearings. We shall see what we shall see what we shall see. It could end up working. It could end up this is actually the worst idea anyone has ever had ever. That seems really unlikely, though. I mean, there are a lot of really bad ideas out there in the world. One of the worst ideas was getting surrounded by a rabid bat and a rat here, but I'm pretty sure... Okay, I didn't die. That's what I was pretty sure of. But here we are in the depths of the subfloor, and totally getting owned by a rat, which is just embarrassing. So how you guys doing? I've been doing good. Lots of things going on this week. E3, totally not a part of it. I actually wouldn't even know E3 was happening if it wasn't for other YouTubers. That's how out of the loop I am. Not that I usually pay attention to all the hype anyway, because most of the time it's just cinematic trailers, which don't tell me diddly squat about the actual gameplay. It's supposed to get you hyped, but I like seeing what actually could happen in a game as opposed to some artist's rendition of what theoretically is going on in the world. I mean, who cares? I can't actually play that. One of these days, someone's going to come out... Let me see where I am here. Someone's going to come out with a game that you can actually play just like they appear in the cinematic trailers. And that would be a fantastic day. But that day is not today. That day isn't even tomorrow. Not even next year. It's not going to happen for possibly a decade. So why are they wasting our time? That's what I don't get. And why I usually don't pay attention to cinematic trailers, because they're useless. What the hell should I upgrade here? Let's go for computer, and then we will do... We can totally skip traps, because that's crap. We'll do foraging, and then one whole point left, we'll put in lockpick. So yeah, trailers are usually crap, and it's only those kind of trailers that get all the hype at E3. Totally useless. That said, I am glad that they are coming out with a new Tomb Raider. I enjoyed the last one. I'm tempted to do a Let's Play of the... Well, I want to say first one. I guess that's not exactly right. If I did a Let's Play of the first one, I have to dig out a PlayStation from somewhere. Or is that available? That might actually be available on PC somewhere. New Final Fantasy is coming out, I guess. Yay. I'm not a huge fan, in case you haven't noticed. I mean, I've played the third one, Might have been the third one. And Chrono Cross, which I think is basically fantasy. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm totally the wrong person to go for those kind of designations. Though I am tempted to play Final Fantasy XIV because I hear it's quite good. 14's the MMO, right? Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's... I don't know. I find it more amusing that we're up to Final Fantasy XIV, and in the near future, which is going to be like 5 years or so, I mean, we're actually going to see like Final Fantasy 20 come out. We're even going to see Final Fantasy 30. At that point, shouldn't you just change the name? I mean, I realized that it was called Final Fantasy because it was the last-ditch effort of the game corporation at the time. You're going, well, I guess this is it. This is our Final Fantasy game. And thus the name was born. And an entire crap on a pogo stick. Okay. Not sure the bread was worth it. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to do. Maybe I'll do it next run. One thing I wanted to do was go up and see what happened. If you do that in Mission Thunderbolt, the game just ends. Because you've failed your mission. You basically run and hid. So I was curious, because if the same thing happens here, that means that there's a failure state, and thus there might be a win state. And I'm still not entirely sure whether or not there's a cure to be found on the 30th floor or not. Now, being on easy as the Marine, I might actually get to find that out this run. But we shall see. If I don't die of poison. Yeah, that was the easy way out, but it's totally worth it. I don't think I'm going to die of poison. No, don't do that now. There's a bat behind you. There we go. So, yes, anyway, I thought it was amusing that Final Fantasy 20 is in the future. Not the near future, but still the future. I suppose I should really just buckle down and play the games. I mean, might not start at number 1, because, come on, let's not be crazy. But I should probably at least figure out what all the hype is about. I think I got as far as... I don't even remember. I played Final Fantasy 3 just recently, because I'd never played it before. And I figured, well, it's got to be good, because it's got all this hype. Which I suppose is actually a terrible reason to try something. Hype is actually the worst reason to try anything. It's got to be, well, my friend said it was good, right? That's a better reason. But I don't think I actually know anyone personally who's played. Well, that might not actually be true. It's possible that I went to high school with a bunch of people who played, because that's about the right time period. That would have been 90s, I suppose. That's about when the first couple of Final Fantasies were hitting American shores. So that sounds about right. So I did know people who played. I suppose I don't currently know anyone who's played that, but at least not that I know. It doesn't exactly come up in casual conversation. Well, depending on who you're conversing with, I suppose. But yes, I had never played, so I decided to go in, and I found the combat to actually be, well, more challenging than this. So that'll tell you how far I got, really. Oh, son of a pointed bastard. Right into an acid spray trap. Well, so much for easy being easy. All my guns are going to evaporate. Oh, no, it doesn't. Well, it says acids eat your inventory. Okay. That's just spiffy. Do I seem to be leveling it up faster? Is that what? Okay. Well, leveling up faster, but not getting any smarter. Let's go ahead and level up. Get this done with. Sure, we'll do it in computer this time. Did we do computer last time? I don't actually remember. And then we'll do... Boy, a lot of 2-point skills everywhere. So sure, we'll do foraging one more time. And then blade, since I seem to be using it a lot. Now, I fired my gun all at once, which is actually pretty good for me. Usually I'm shooting that thing off so many times. Actually, I don't have a good analogy for that. Huh. I will work on that and get back to you. I'm sure there's some fantastic comparison I could draw to maybe, I don't know, adolescence, perhaps? Boy, yeah, just totally drawing a blank. Sorry. Not exactly in top form yet. I did mention that I was ill recently, right? That's going to be my excuse for a little while. I'm totally ill. Well, not now. It's actually funny. For a while there, I was pretty sure that the whole reason why I had the hacking cough and everything was because of doing Let's Plays. This is actually the most I've talked in I don't know how long. But I'm usually very taciturn. So then why do Let's Plays? Well, because I've seen Let's Plays before. I think it sounds fun. So I just picked a game at random and decided to go for it. Not that I'm any good at this game. I mean, a lot of Let's Plays are more tutorials of this is how you do it. I'm totally not that guy. If you want that guy for this game, you need to go see somebody else. And I'm sure if you do a search on YouTube for Let's Plays of Sword of the Stars of the Pit, there's probably a few guys. I actually haven't looked. Huh. No idea who my so-called competition would be. I call it so-called competition because I'm not really competition. It's not that they're not competition. They could very well be competition. Most likely, anyone else on the internet is going to be better at playing this game than I am. Just a wild guess. That's probably true of most games. I can't think of any game that I really excel at. I mean, I beat Dark Souls, but really, that's not as much of an accomplishment as it sounds. Because anybody can beat Dark Souls. I mean, I beat Dark Souls. That's pretty much proof anyone can beat Dark Souls. I mean, I did beat it solo because I really didn't care for the PvP aspect. Which is kind of funny, because if you play Dark Souls, you really need to be into PvP. But I played it just before Dark Souls 2 came out, because I thought, well, that would be the optimal time. And sure enough, when I tried playing Dark Souls just recently, the online community was basically gone. I don't know if that's still true. Dark Souls 2 came out, what? I guess from here it'd be like 2 months ago? And yeah, the online community for Dark Souls 1 dried up because, of course, everyone was playing Dark Souls 2. So really, I should have been playing Dark Souls 1 now. I mean, it's not like I'm going to buy the game for another month or so, at least. I usually... Well, so... For this year, I made a New Year's resolution not to spend any money on games. Because last year, I went absolutely crazy on Steam sales. So I wanted to prove to myself that it wasn't a addiction or anything stupid. So where the hell am I? I can go straight down. Is that a good idea? No, I'm on easy and I'm on the marine. I totally need the experience. Whoa, that was lucky. That should give me experience. Finding traps should give me experience. So yes, I'm not going to be buying Dark Souls theoretically unless I crack until January at the very earliest. So really, I should have played Dark Souls now, or Dark Souls 1 now. But I had it for, gods, I don't know, 2 years, and I hadn't even touched it. This is how bad my addiction was, people. I was buying games from Steam and not even touching them. And really, that's part of the reason doing these Let's Plays is to get me to playing games that I hadn't really touched. Like Sword of the Stars of the Pit. I like this game. I think it's cool. I'm always a fan of roguelikes. Actual roguelikes. The ones that are turn-based. Not the twin-stick shooters like Binding of Isaac or Rogue Legacy. I guess Rogue Legacy isn't a twin-stick shooter. But it isn't a traditional roguelike. Now, granted, I like Rogue Legacy. And I like watching people play Binding of Isaac. The aesthetic for Binding of Isaac I'm not too keen on myself. basically, if you put Binding of Isaac in almost any other setting, aside from a guy fighting out of the womb of his mother, I would play it. But because of that aesthetic, there's no way you're going to get me in front of that screen. There's no way. Something just rubs me the wrong way about it, so I won't play it. But I watch people play it. I mean, I've watched Northern Lion and Zero Doxy play the game, and, you know, they're good at it. Well, more Northern Lion than Zero Doxy, I suppose, but still. Or BizSnap, who I suppose is actually the premier player of Binding of Isaac. And I'll probably watch people play the remake, whatever the hell it's called. Resurrection. Starts with an R. Rebirth. There we go. That's what it is. Yeah, I'll probably watch them play it. But don't think I'm ever actually going to play it myself. But, yeah, other roguelikes? Sure. I did play Doom RL for a little while. Ooh, let's see what this biomod does. It probably does something horrible. Properties of armor. I only have one thing of armor, but what the hell? Do it. Do it! Nice. Wow, that's a nice boost. Means I never need to touch might again. Well, unless I trade out my armor, I suppose. So yeah, I tried Doom RL for a little while. I think I found it actually a little more difficult than this game, but like I said, I recently discovered, or remembered, I suppose, that I am a total save scummer. So there's something to be said for that, I suppose. Take it with a grain of salt. That's actually probably not enough salt. I want to know the origin and etymology of that particular phrase. I mean, it basically means take it for what it's worth, or which might not be very much. But I'm curious how that phrase started. Seems like there's got to be a good story for that. Okay, inside the kitchen there should be a decent bit of food in here, and I'm starting to get hungry. Maybe on easy you don't get as hungry. I'm definitely not as injured. Or maybe I just leveled up and I'm actually... Hey, cheese, cool. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about, where I'm going, who these people are, what I'm doing. Anything. No idea. Sure, we'll shoot you. I'm actually doing really bad at reloading. So let's do that. And do that. Thank you. And get the hell out of Dodge. Alright, already down to floor 5. I don't know if that's faster progress or not, but it feels a little faster. Maybe the floors are smaller? I actually have no idea the differences between easy and hard and normal and potato. Well, I know the difference between this and a potato. Potatoes are tasty. This is fun. I don't think potatoes are fun. Now, you might have a different opinion. You might have the best time of your life with a potato, but... And that's okay. You can do that. That is actually one of the rights in the Constitution. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up. It's in there. Now, I won't say anything specifically about potatoes, because, come on, let's be realistic. I'm totally going to die, aren't I? No, I'm not going to die. I have way too much health to die. I mean, these guys might all gang up on me, but... Look at that. They're barely even doing 1 point of health. But yes, one thing most people forget about the Constitution is that there's actually a blanket amendment in the Constitution. I think it's the 8th. It basically states, whatever this Constitution does not explicitly say no to, you can do. You have the right to do that. Because the Founding Fathers weren't dumb enough to say, oh yeah, only these rights that we've enumerated. They specifically took pains not to do that, which I think is fantastic. That's some forethought right there. Where the hell... And of course, if you don't live in the States, theoretically, those rights still apply to you. Because they are inalienable human rights. Which means they even apply to aliens. Because that's what that word means. I suppose biotech would be good. In case I want to make stuff. Medical would be better, but I'm okay with that. 1% chance. It's going to set off an alarm. It's going to do it. Let's go. Do it. Whatever. Yep. Called it. Okay, well then lots of droids are going to be coming this way. But I think I already killed off most of the big bad ones. At least I hope I did. We shall see what we shall see. I suppose I need that key. Yep. Well, okay, that was actually a bad idea because now I can't upgrade my lockpicking skill. What was I thinking? Thought I saw a droid head that way. I can just open this door and... Okay, I thought I was going to ambush him. Apparently not. Never mind. I can get you, though. And Mr. Big Rat Man. Rat Man, I suppose. Every once in a while, I wonder what will happen when humans eventually, you know, leave the planet. Whether because we've decided just to leave, or whether we get wiped out. I wonder who will be next to take over. Assuming we leave the planet in a decent enough shape, but really, all it's going to take is time. I mean, even if we decide to nuke each other, the planet's going to live. It'll recover. It'll take 1 billion years, but the sun's good for another 5, so that's plenty of time for another species to rise up and form a civilization. So who would be next? Would it be the rats? I mean, talk about an ubiquitous species, but that might actually work against them, because they are a little spread out. So it's hard to tell if there's... Well, actually, that might actually work in their favor, because then they'd be more likely to run into the right conditions to gain sentience. At least one of them would, not all of them, obviously. Or maybe it would be the cockroaches. But really, I'm not sure about a species that can survive without its own head becoming the next sentient species. That seems like that's actually detrimental to gaining sentience. Seems like you should, you know, be able to have your head. That might just be a specious preference I have. Huh. Is it worth going to this door trap? There's a locker and a med station in there. Huh. And there's hard to tell what's on the other side here. I'm going to do it. It didn't do anything. That's weird. Maybe it's only going to get me on the way out? That's really odd. I really expected that to kill me. I went in anyway, because, you know, fuck it. But still, nothing. It's a door trap that does nothing. And of course, it's not going to save that knowledge for me. So I'm just going to have to remember, blue door trap does diddly all. Okay, fine. It's almost time to leave this floor. Just 3 more rooms, I think, and then we'll leave. Okay, we've got some friends in here. Kill you. I'm going to have to shoot you. But I'm okay with that. Oh, is that all? For some reason, I thought I saw another droid. Apparently not. Okay. Take those. Oh, I should eat something. Be really funny to starve to death on easy when I'm doing so well. And cheese, I guess. I really should have made a sandwich, but a little late for that now. Oh, hey. Somehow I totally missed that I got a purifier. So let's go ahead and put the rotten cheese in there. Make some safe. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what I get for randomly clicking around. Don't randomly click around. Bad idea. Nope. That's right. I always forget he drops the food on the floor because that's how you cook. I don't need that. Oh, hey. Totally use that. Maybe. I have war bread and I have meat. I can make sandwich. Can I make 2 sandwiches? I can. Awesome. Thank you. I will take both of those. I will eat one of those. He could totally eat another sandwich. Wow. He has the metabolism of somebody really, really... He has the metabolism of Barry Allen. That's who he has the metabolism of. It's a pity he doesn't move as fast, but there's only so much he can do, you know? Or maybe that's actually why he has 2 speed and all the monsters only have 1. Is because he is, in fact, Barry Allen. So come on, Barry Allen. Zoom your way over here. Did I totally miss that? Oh, it's up there. For some reason I thought it was in this room. So away we go to the exit, and there's some bad guy that's slowing me down, but tough shit. Leaving. Bye-bye. Hey, it's a Strangler. Hello, Strangler. How you doing today? Oh, he's totally gonna strangle me. And thus live up to his name. There should probably be food in here. Should I attack that console? Attack it. Hack it. One of those. Try to repair it, I suppose. Ooh, wow. My electronic skill really sucks. I'd do it anyway. If it sets off an alarm, I can probably set up an ambush for the droids that aren't going to come now. Okay. So upgrading electronic skill should be next on my list. Probably not as necessary on easy, I would think. Boy, these rats can just eat right through my might, even with whatever the hell I have for might. What is my might? 79. And they still poison me. Slow, stunned, and poison. There we go. Poison cured. Hello, droid. I don't know if you guys can see him down here, but there he is. And another droid. And a rat thing. What is that again? That's Zulpup, right? Yep, Zulpup. So, and again, this probably goes to me not knowing a lot about the Sword of the Stars universe, but the Zul we see, or at least the infant Zul we see is crawling around. That'd be one stage, and then we have the Zul pup, which I guess is another stage of their development. That's kind of weird, right? Going from snake-like life form to a 4-legged... Is there any animal that does that on Earth? I'm no zoologist, I have no idea. I suppose I shouldn't use a pistol on him. Granted, they're alien. Whole point of alien is that they're different. Let's go ahead and try this. I mean, it hardly ever works for me, but we're going to do it anyway. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Actually took 2 of them out. That is new and different. I probably shouldn't have done that. Whoops. Over this way. There. That's what I wanted. Of course, it's never worked for me on normal. I wonder if there's a higher success rate for that kind of stuff working on easy. Yes, I'm totally going to harp on this for a while now. The realization that I was Scum just came to me the other day when I was wondering if it was possible to get Mission Thunderbolt working on this machine. Now, I tried for a while because I was sick and there was really nothing better to do. I mean, I suppose I could have actually played video games as opposed to mucking about with them. But anyway, I was mucking about and I couldn't get it to work, and then I was remembering all the cool stuff that used to happen in Mission Thunderbolt, and I realized, you know what? Anytime I took a pill, which basically works the same way as biomods do in this game, I would save first. And then I would take the pill, and that would identify it, and then if it was bad, I would restore my save, write down what the pill did, and then I would always consult the chart the next time I came across that color. Totally Scum tactics. Now, granted, the save feature was in the game, but it did count how many times you saved, and it decreased your score accordingly. Now, my mom still plays the game because she has a Windows XP machine, I think. It might be a Windows 7 machine that she's managed to convince Mission Thunderbolt it's Windows XP. And so she's still able to play it, but she still plays it that way. Because that's the way to make sure to get a win. Never saving, when I told her about that, she laughed. She went, no, there's no way. Now, granted, she's bored of the game now because she can win every time, but it wins because she save scums. And that's the way I used to win, was because I save scum. So really, you know, it's our own fault for being bored of a roguelike if we're not even playing it as it's quote-unquote meant to be played. Now, granted, as long as you have fun and you're not hurting anybody else by your play, go and cheat. I mean, I do that in single-player games all the time. I mean, Skyrim I play, but I cheat because to me it's more about going around and exploring the town and the lore and going through the story. And I don't want to have to get killed by the dragon for the 50th time. Now, in Dark Souls I didn't cheat because really it's a multiplayer game. I mean, okay, even when I shut off the online components, I still didn't cheat because, well, it's an online game, and also the save points are actually really forgiving. I mean, it puts you right at your next bonfire. You know the exact conditions. It saves nicely and easily. I said I was going to do electronics tonight. So it works out for me, and I guess I could do that with any other game. It's just for stuff like Skyrim, so really it started with Morrowind, and Morrowind had some god-awful combat system. I don't know if you've ever played Morrowind, but basically whether or not you hit had nothing to do with what you saw, and it was all about dice rolls in the background. So even though you may be the best swordsman on the planet in Skyrim, if you try to pull that same stuff in Morrowind, it's a 50-50 chance whether or not you'd actually hit. Which I thought was total bullshit, so I used TGM because toggle god mode, bitch. It was just much, much easier. Well, not just easier, it made more sense. Because then if I hit and I missed 30 times, I didn't die because of it. Because the RNG god said, fuck you. Now, here I am playing a roguelike where basically the RNG god gets to say fuck you for the minor little things. Like there's 93% chance, but there's that 7% chance I wouldn't be able to open this crate. And for this, there's never a 100% chance. There's always a 1% chance that the game's just going to say, fuck you. Yep, see? Right there. 1% chance fucked me over. Now, granted, it killed the rat for me, but I didn't get the experience for that. I should reload. So, yeah, I could play games straight. But when I'm just relaxing, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to play a game straight if it's a big deal. Okay, so this brings out another point. Someone was kind enough to mention to me that the motion sensor that the engineer gets is actually really useful because it spots mimics. Not that I remember what the mimics are called in this game, but the guys who pose as crates and other stuff supposedly show up on the motion sensor, which makes it not a motion sensor, it makes it a life signs detector. So it's misnamed. If it was actually named life signs detector, I would have totally picked it up. Where the hell's my exit? There's my up. Where the hell's my down? Oh! It's because the surveillance thing revealed the map for me. So now I thought that I'd already been there, but I haven't. And I don't know, I had a conversation with myself there that went in 4 different directions, and I only kind of remember the last one. So, let's talk about the game for a bit. Let's kill people and things. I guess I'm not actually at the people stage yet. We're not to the crazed test subjects or anything like that. Now, theoretically, we'd be able to find a whole bunch of... Well, we don't want to see any Sulka, that's for damn sure. I mean, the Zool are made by the Sulka, according to the lore. Genetically engineered, in fact. And as a benefit of that, genetically engineered bioweapons don't work on them, as a form of professional courtesy, I suppose. So I guess it doesn't matter if the life cycle of the Zool makes sense, because they were genetically engineered. It doesn't have to make sense. That blue one up there, is that a storage? Yeah, it's a storage pod. Okay, I can probably totally pass that open. Hey, living steel remnants. No idea. Requires a recipe for something. Okay, these guys are freaking annoying. Proteans, that's right. Told you it's been a while. Probably better just to shoot him in the face, right? Yeah. Damaged my pistol, but not nearly as much as if he tried to eat me. Generally, things trying to eat you, bad. Okay, so time to set up that ambush I was talking about. Because those droids, they are a-coming. Suppose I can just sit here and eat. What do I got here? I got rotten cheese, which my purifier can take and make something nice out of it. Thank you. Okay, it's a good thing I stopped here, because apparently there's a mine trap that really should have eaten that rat. But it didn't. Oh, that's right, I have a soft switch. Wow. Yeah, metabolism buried on, I'm telling you. Okay, so the droids should be coming through one of these doors. Assuming there are droids on this floor. I just assume every floor has droids. Maybe they're all waiting behind this door. Come on, you can pick this lock. Oh, hey, droids. Okay, there's a droid down there, but I don't think he can shoot past that pillar. But this guy can totally reach me, so you die. Oh no, he can totally shoot past that pillar. Well, that sucks. Okay, now he's dead. Now the Protean is going to try to eat my face, so let's dissuade that kind of behavior. And then you die. Oh, just die already. Okay, that wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. A damaged surveillance console. Well, what the hell? No. Electronic skill at 12? No. Not going to do it. Electronic parts, which is probably totally useful for something that I don't remember what. I suppose I should have the wiki open in front of me. That'd probably be the way most of you guys play, right? I'm assuming you guys do play this game. But I do the same thing in Terraria, Starbound. I mean, you find something, you want to know what the hell it's used for. Should I use... Yeah, I have 98. I can totally waste some bullets on this guy. But I mean, that's the whole point of the wiki, right? Is that you have all this information at your fingertips that other people have found for you. So it seems only fair to use it. Now, there's something to the idea of a blind playthrough, but... I mean, I'm not even sure I did that in the days before the internet. In fact, I'm really sure I didn't. Oh, blades damaged that badly already? Okay, shoot you so you don't get away. Thank you. Yeah, even before the days of the internet, I would get guides. I was a subscriber to Nintendo Power. Well, back when I had a Nintendo system. I mean, really, for those Nintendo games, you needed the Nintendo Power Guide, because there was no way you were going to find 9/10 of the things. I'm not going to pick up that key. I am, however, going to hit you in the face. I'm not sure... Well, so I only had a Nintendo, really. My dad developed for... some game that went on the Sega Saturn, I think it was. And so he had a Sega Saturn in the house. But really it was more his development machine than my playing machine. Because I like Nintendo. I still kind of like Nintendo. I just don't have a Nintendo console right now. Oh, don't do that. I did get a PlayStation 4 recently. Not that I've been playing a whole lot. I really should play some more of that. A repair station. Totally take care of my blade. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, 47%. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. A 30 to 60% chance to fuck you. That's what it really should say. We'll find out. Hey. Did not screw me over. Thank you very much. So these disintegration bays, supposedly you can booby trap and they'll go boom when somebody goes near it, but that sounds like a bad idea to me. Lab station. Yes, we're totally going to do that. Not that I have my wiki open in front of me, but should be able to do something with these. Cyber Scrambler sounds kind of useful. Oh no, wait, that's the one that... Did that actually save me at one point? That might have actually saved me. Not that I have a cybernetic brain, which I think is what that is. No, that's what that is. Yes, I do have a cybernetic brain. I do not have any energy cells, though, so never mind. Not going to be as helpful as I thought. Thought there was something you could do with like an electronic parts and something. Might be just these two. This is a blind attempt. Recipe is valid. Okay, it was valid, but you failed to create the new item. So, does that mean... Do I know the recipe? It seems like if I know it's valid, I should get the recipe. But I don't see it. Okay, that's a little dumb. That was my only cybernetic brain, so I can't do it now. Hopefully I get a cybernetic brain later. Not for, you know, me. Oh, hey. Oh, that's another lab, but I don't know what to do with it. Well, I know what to do with it. I didn't know you could move with the map up. That's almost useful. Doesn't tell you where the enemies are. Okay, we'll go in here. Hopefully not die, because that'd be embarrassing. Let's try not to be embarrassed. This really feels like there should be like 30 or 40 traps in this room. I'm sure there's going to be somebody... Come on, this is an armory. There's got to be like fantastic weapons in here, right? Laser rifles, Gauss cannons, something. Target pistol. That is totally not what I meant. Okay, I can try this door because I think these are actually harder to pick. So theoretically it would boost my skill up, right? It did. Okay, what are you? You are Voracious Zulpup, which somehow turns you blue. Okay. So Zul, according to lore, can grow these giant, basically Wolverine claws. So I don't think I've actually seen a full-grown Zul. I mean, the Zul pup is probably an indication of what they might look like, but Zul are sentient. Now, granted, it's my personal human bias that makes me think that sentient means stand on two legs. You could probably be a fully functional sentient and stand on 4 legs. But at least 2 of those legs would have to be able to manipulate tools, which I suppose is why I think of bipedal nature. But I suppose you could have 4 legs and 2 arms. But more likely you'll just have dual-purpose front legs. Well, and especially since I only see 4 legs on the creature there, I don't see a second pair of arms. But then again, as the Zul infant pups, or infants, all I see is a bunch of snake-like creatures, so maybe they can grow more arms, legs, brains. Okay, the way down has got to be to the left, because there's no other way, right? No, there's no other way left. Well, actually, there is no other way right. That's why I'm going to the left. Okay, I heard something. I don't think it was you. I mean, don't get me wrong, you were all intimidating stuff. Yep, there we go. It was the Strangler Man. Wasn't I already in here? Could have sworn. No, I wasn't. Okay. Well, that's it. That then. All right. Here we go. Medical room. Yes. Okay. Theoretically, I should be able to sneak up on this guy, stab him in the back. Yeah, see, these are also Zool, but I don't see any legs. And they're also apparently only dangerous in packs, at least at that age. Could probably cook something here. Yeah, cook some meat. And then, once that's done, you throw it on the floor. I can make a sausage. Might even be able to make a cheese sausage. Actually, I'm not sure of that recipe, so I'm not going to do that. Next time I play, I will try to remember to grab the wiki so that I can look at this stuff. I was going to not go through this door, but then I remembered last time I went through a blue door trap, it didn't do anything to us, so... Oh. Because I was at full health last time I went through, that's why. Okay, but now we know what that does. That is a increases health door trap. Yep, okay. Some moldy bread, stasis pantry, yeah, go ahead, pop it. Huh, stone crab. And I can totally leave this floor and no one's gonna know about me on the next floor. At least until I hit them in the face with a hammer or knife or something. We're already on floor 9. It sure feels like we're going faster. Maybe it's because I'm being a little bit careless, but I really don't feel like I'm in a huge amount of threat here. And don't get me wrong, I could still die to something stupid, like for instance jumping in front of a rabid bat. That was pretty dumb. Try not to do that. But maybe there aren't as many enemies. He healed. That's just cheating. Okay, there's a droid. I'm just going to wait here. No, that is a hiver. Hello, hiver. I should probably totally reload. Okay, that might have been a bad time to reload, but nothing I can do about it now. And who knows, it might just save my life. Okay, the shield... I forget what the shield means. It means security station. Eventually, I'm going to get this. I don't know when it's going to be. 9, maybe 20,000 episodes from now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I'm really going to have to find out what these... There's a way to speak Zool, I just can't do it. Well, maybe not speak it, but you can definitely translate Zool into English. The most I remember right now is that double A can translate into an English E. Not sure how useful that knowledge is. So can I eat the crab just straight? Can cause confusion effects in weaker humans. I think that's a indication of might. But since I have almost 80 might, it should be fine. Let's just eat it, see what happens. Wow, that barely did anything at all. It's probably better used in a recipe. So let's just do that. And level up. Oh, my might is 80. Huh. That's weird. I don't remember putting points into might. Maybe I did. So I didn't mean to. So that's finesse. Mechanical, I could boost some more. What's foraging like? Okay, foraging's fine. I don't need to do that. Medical, maybe, because it's only 23. Decipher's not a bad idea. Okay, let's do Decipher, because it's only 1 point, so what the hell, right? And then maybe put it into a 2-point skill here. So since I'm using melee a lot, we'll do that. And there's a rat. Or no, not a rat. That's a bat. Basically a rat with wings. I know a lot of people who like bats don't like them being called rats with wings, but you know what? You're just going to have to suck it up and deal. Just like I'm going to have to when I die horribly because of some stupid little mistake, like jumping in front of all these droids. That'd be really embarrassed to die to a med droid. I mean, granted, the lasers can screw with your armor, but... Okay, now see, supposedly you can... And I bet you can hear that. But supposedly you can pop open these cages, but... No idea. I could shoot them. I've done that before. Not very useful, but I've done it. Okay, I just have 3 rounds, or 3 shots in here. Hopefully that's going to be enough to take him out. Oh, and he has friends! Do I have any... I should have some kind of grenade type thing. Yes! Frag grenade does a huge amount of area. Do it! Throw it! Wow. Nice. Okay. Now that should be time to reload. And then you die. Okay, I'm not sure that was the best use of a frag grenade ever, but I'll take it. And then he's dead. He must have been in the range of the frag grenade. That's the only explanation. Because there's no way he died just in 1 round there. I mean, maybe, but no. Oh, good. More cybernetic brains. So theoretically, that electronic parts and cybernetic brain recipe can get another go. Assuming I find a lab somewhere. Oh, you. What are you called? Adaptoid. I'm never going to remember that. Well, I'm going to remember it eventually. Because I'm going to get killed by these fuckers like 60 or 70 times. Not that time, though. Okay, reload that. Reload that. I'm using my assault rifle a little more than I probably actually should. At least until I find some fantastic cache of armor. Or ammo. Armor, ammo. They start with the same letter. That means they're almost the same thing. Okay, there's a protein up there. Pretty sure I can... No, you can't hit him from here. There we go. You I care less about, even though you are going to stun me. Just die. That's a charging station. I don't think I have anything that can be charged. Well, I have the purifier. I suppose. Something you can do with bindings that I don't remember. Oh, hello, droid. Yeah. So the deeper you go in the pit... Hey, no fair. The deeper you go, the more damage the bad guys do to you, which makes sense. Pretty sure I can just... Yeah. Might not have been really worth it, but I did it anyway. Oh, but this is a lab, so I can totally make that thing that I don't know what it does. It'd be really funny if it's useless. It might be useless. Several things are. Where the hell is this thing? That's energy cell. I don't want that. Where's my... There we go. Cybernetic brain. And electronic parts. Craft it. Yes, do it. Do it! Bypass circuit. Bonus of 20%. Really? Couldn't be just a flat 20. It's got to be a 20%, huh? That makes it less useful than I want it to be. Oh, but it makes 2 of them. I'd probably just make a bunch. Now, that would be hilarious to use the bypass circuit to make more bypass circuits. But let's try not to be... Oh, no, because I don't have any more electronic brains. Apparently that's a rare drop. Which is totally fair, because if I was fighting droids, I would still shoot him in the head. It might not actually, you know, be the best way to deal with droids, but I'd still do it. This is on easy. I don't think it's worth going all the way around, so I'm just going to go down to the next floor. Seems safer. Oh, don't run away. So speaking of shooting robots in the head, and yes, I do have a segue for that. I picked up Binary Domain in a Steam sale, like, what? It must have been a year ago, so I got it for like $3. But I haven't touched it. I haven't played it. Now, granted, the whole reason for that is because it has to do with talking to your teammates, and until recently I didn't even have headphones with a mic. So obviously that's changed because, you know, I'm on YouTube. Let's not do that. So I'll be doing a Let's Play of that game pretty much blind. which will either be horrible or fantastic. Hey, I enjoyed Mass Effect. That's basically shooting droids in the face, right? Not that I played Mass Effect 3, because I'm really more about the gameplay and story elements, which 1 was a lot better at. But I'm going to be eaten to death by Zool, aren't I? Maybe not. Nope, I'm probably going to be shot to death by a Medbot instead. That seems more likely. Oh, come on. I can totally take these guys. I have a ton of auto pistol bullets. Why aren't I using this more? Because the blade's working just fine. Really? I mean, why waste resources, right? Hopefully this upgrades my lockpick skill. It did. And welding goo. Really? Welding goo? I know there's a technical term for it. I don't know what that technical term is, but I know it has one. Soft screen. Oh, another cybernetic brain. That's good. Alright, go ahead and try to use the med bay. What the hell? Yes! Thank you very much. Alright. I think the only way I can go is up and to the right. So, here we go. Or not. Maybe I'll just be stuck behind this door forever. Okay, somebody's all enthused about things and places and what's-its. Can I actually hit you from here? Yes, I can. But I should probably hit you instead. Then I'll hit you. And then I'll hit you with the blade, because that's just better. Okay, fine. You with the pistol then. That was probably overkill, which you want to avoid. But hey, I got some bread. It's all worth it for bread, right? That's actually a terrible philosophy, and I don't want that as my catchphrase. That'd actually be a terrible epitaph. Can you imagine? Oh, come on. Be friendly. I'm only here for a cure that may or may not even exist. Wouldn't that be sad? All these people going into the pit to find a cure doesn't even exist. From what I've read of the lore and everything, that would totally fit with the idea. And according to the lore, there is no cure for this plague. The zombie plague, spelled with an X, because, you know, you never use the Z word, does not have a cure. Now, it's possible that if you find a pure version of the virus, you'd be able to manufacture a cure, but yeah, you're not exactly guaranteed. So maybe we'll look out. Maybe we'll find a pure version of the cure in here somewhere. Or die horribly trying, which really seems more likely. Die, die, die. Everybody dies. Except for me. Because then that would be game over and be bad. Alright, brains are at 50. So, guess we boost finesse up. Do we actually want to put any points in might? Yeah, we'll put 1 point in might. The cap's 100. I'm not actually near the... Well, I'm near the cap, but I'm not as near as I possibly could be. Really just boost that by 1 point, huh? Fuck you too. Okay, maybe medical? It's 2 points. But I'm gonna need... Well, I'm already at floor 10. Pretty soon, I'm gonna need these medkits never to fail. And that will help with that. And then we're gonna run away. I really was expecting lots of weapons in here because, you know, armory. Spelled with a U, so you know it's special. Or British. But really, isn't that the same thing? Aren't our British neighbors special? And if you are British, don't you feel special? So this is the same message I got before, maybe? Is that why I'm getting another shot at decrypting it? We'll go with that. Hey, I deciphered 3 whole new words. Another 70 runs and I'll totally know what the hell. What the heck are these guys? Oh, ravenous Zoolings. Yes, turning... getting an adjective apparently turns you blue. Now you know. And not ravenous turns you brown. Or something. Just die. Thank you. Now I can reload. And maybe repair this. Sure, what the heck, we'll use a bypass circuit. What the hell? I mean, why make him if you're not going to use him, right?
Who's a smart monkey?
You are a smart monkey, sir. You are the smart monkey. Okay, maybe you can decipher these 3 words. Maybe they're not actually words, but... Oh. Well, that's just lore. I don't give a fuck. Well, I guess I do kind of care about lore. But not in terms of gameplay. In terms of gameplay, I want recipes. Well, hell. Okay. So, we're going to go down to floor 11. But, we're at the hour mark, so I'm going to cut the episode here. And a wonderful example of actually being able to tell what time it is. And I will see you guys next time.